मैं इंग्लिश में बोलूँगी. आई होप यू डोंट माइंड इट. क्योंकि सेक्सुअल एक्सप्लॉयटेशन इज़ हैपनिंग एवरीवेयर. This is a dark reality which nobody wants to talk about. Everywhere, if you take, see, you people have been reporting everywhere. Now we have heard of this car case, RG car, what happened to the doctor. And it's happening everywhere. It's happening in all kinds of workplaces. In this book, I have used fictional characters and I have used the place of a hospital because I worked in the hospital. So I could not imagine or relate anything working conditions. So I have created a fictional book and I made it as a science fiction. It is not just a narrative story, it is a science fiction which I thought of some several years ago, that we'll be able to find out the culprit by a scientific technique which is not prevalent now. It is not available. But I thought of this several years ago, and in future, if this kind of technique is, we are able to have it, we'll be able to find a culprit also. But sexual exploitation occurs everywhere. Everywhere, most of the people, as Dr. Sumita Mishra told, people remain silent. They don't speak about it. They are afraid to speak about it. And anybody who speaks about it, she's targeted. The victim is kept on getting targeted by every other people. And so that's the reason she thinks that it's better to keep quiet. If I speak about it, I am going to be punished further. Because there is no legal system that will help the victim. It is always the perpetrator, he has his friends, he has his gang who will keep on supporting. Because no colleague is going to blame the other colleague. They are not going, even if they know that this person is doing the mischief in the place, all of his friends will all be with him. They will not be with the victim. So this kind of thing will keep on happening unless and until we keep on, we make this to stop it. Somebody has to stop it. There are many laws. There are many laws. This Supreme Court had recognized sexual harassment at workplace in the year 1997, and in fact law was enacted in 2013. After that Vishaka guidelines was done, law was implemented in 2013. And the story in this particular book, this is of the last century, where no CCTV was available. There were no kind of technology where one could catch. There were no emails. There were no mobile phones and all that. This is of that period. And the reason I have kept silence, first I thought I'll write it, I had titled the book as Sex Vultures, because there are so many vultures. But these vultures, they take the dead bodies. Vultures, they feed upon the dead bodies. But sex vultures, they feed upon the human body. A human being is thought as an object, not as a human being. So that this is what is happening. And then I thought I'll name it as a veil behind the wall. But then I thought it is not one veil, not one veil behind the wall. It is several veils everywhere around, but we keep on avoiding to listen to that veil. Then I thought the best topic for this is silence zone, because everybody will remain silent. If you know something is happening for your friends or something, everybody will still want to keep this, and then they will blame the woman that she is not wearing her dress, she is wearing provocative dresses and all that and all that and all that. But this is totally wrong. This is happening to every kind of woman. A man forgets that he has come out of a woman. He should learn to respect a woman. Right from the beginning, a mother should teach her son to find out the difference between his sisters and everybody. If the mother does not teach the son to respect the women, he will not learn. When he grows up, he is definitely going to get influenced by all this TV, mobile, and all things showing wrong. Now you see even children, small children, you see whether young, whether male or female, they are being targeted. You have heard of this sodomization cases happening for no reason. The child doesn't know what's happening to his body. Nobody tells him what is happening because they are not aware. We have not been giving sex education to our children because we don't know that we are supposed to give. In foreign countries, there was a debate that there should be sex education for younger children, for small children. But this kind of thing does not happen in India. We have recently started telling the girls about the bad touch and the good touch and all the difference between that. Otherwise, we were not discussing all these things. So, this is what I want to tell you, that sexual exploitation does occur in every place of work, every place of work. Most of the time, it is due to power imbalance and misuse of power. Misuse of power basically because if you have somebody having all the power and the person is helpless, she is not able to tell, she is not able, either she has to leave the job or feed her family. This is what happens in several places. If she has to feed her family, if she is a widow, if she is something, she has to feed her family. So there are many times people keep on tolerating. They keep on tolerating. And there is a time where she cannot stop it. She cannot stop because it is not in her hands to stop it. So this is what is happening.
मैं सबसे पहले तो प्रोफेसर चेतना वैष्णवी, जो हमारी आज की लेखक हैं, जिनकी ये किताब साइलेंस जोन, जिसका विमोचन करने का मुझे सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ है, उनको बधाई देती हूँ। और ये एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण और संजीदा विषय पर ये उन्होंने ये किताब लिखी है। और वो विषय है महिलाओं का ऑफिसेज में, कार्यस्थान पे जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन और यौन शोषण जो आज भी हमारे समाज में प्रचलित है। और 1997 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एक बहुत बड़ा जजमेंट, विशाखा जजमेंट दिया था इसी मुद्दे पर लगभग 28-30 साल बाद भी हम देखते हैं कि इसके बारे में एक सभी जो इसके हिस्से हैं, जो लोग हैं समाज में, एक चुप्पी बनी हुई है। और इसीलिए इस किताब का नाम जो साइलेंस जोन है वो बहुत ही उपयुक्त है। और मैं समझती हूँ कि ये एक ऐसा मुद्दा है जिस पे हमें चुप नहीं रहना है। और प्रोफेसर वैष्णवी की ये किताब उसी को उजागर करती है कि इस खामोशी को हमने तोड़ना है और महिलाओं के लिए एक सुरक्षित और एक बराबरी का और एक सम्मान का की जगह देनी है हर ऑफिस में, हर कार्यशाला स्थान पे, अगर हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा देश आगे बढ़े और जो महिलाओं का जो भागीदारी है समाज में, वो हम सुनिश्चित तभी कर पाएंगे। तो ये चुप्पी है वो हमें तोड़नी है और सभी ने, चाहे वो पुरुष हो चाहे वो महिला, हमें वी हैव टू स्पीक आउट। सबसे दुखद बात मैंने जो अपने 30 साल से ज़्यादा के प्रशासनिक अनुभव में देखी है कि अगर कोई ऐसा हादसा होता भी है ऑफिस में, तब भी सब आसपास के लोग कहते हैं कि जी हमने कुछ नहीं देखा, हमें कुछ नहीं पता। तो ये जो चुप्पी है, इसी से फिर दूसरे का जो गलत कर रहे हैं उनको बढ़ावा मिलता है। तो सबसे पहले तो हमें ये जो खामोशी है तोड़नी है। और फिर जो प्रणाली बनी हुई है सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट रोकने की, जो कमिटीज़ हैं, उनको इस पे तेज़ी से फ़ैसले लेने चाहिए, निर्णायक फ़ैसले लेने चाहिए। किसी ने अगर गलती की है तो उसके लिए ज़ीरो टॉलरेंस होनी चाहिए इन द वर्क प्लेस। सो ये अगर कुछ चीज़ें हम करेंगे तभी जो ये जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन है, सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट है, वो हम रोक पाएंगे।
आपने जैसे बुक राइटर्स के लिए बड़ा यूनिक, किस तरह से ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म, जैसे मैम की भी बुक आज लॉन्च हुई है, बहुत सारे ऑथर्स हैं, तो कैसे हेल्प करेगा वो ये रीडिंग कल्चर और राइटिंग कल्चर को बढ़ाने में आपके हिसाब से?
वेल, आज के दिन तो ये चुनौती है कि स्मार्टफोन और ऑनलाइन टीवी प्लेटफॉर्म को छोड़ के किताब खोलना, ये अपने आप में एक अचीवमेंट होता है। अगर हम फ़ोन को छोड़ के, टीवी को छोड़ के किसी सैटरडे संडे या शाम को किताब पढ़ते हैं। तो जो हम चंडीगढ़ लिट फेस्ट करने जा रहे हैं अभी 22, 23, 24 नवंबर को, तो उसमें भी हमारी यही कोशिश होती है कि लोगों को हम लोग ज्वाइन करें। जो किताबें वहाँ पे चर्चा में होंगी वो चर्चा सुने, कुछ अपने भी नए आइडियाज़ लें और उससे हमारी अपने के अंदर की भी क्रिएटिविटी को बढ़ावा मिलता है। सो इट इज़ अ प्लेटफॉर्म बोथ फॉर राइटर्स एंड रीडर्स, और हम उम्मीद करेंगे कि चंडीगढ़ के ट्राई सिटी के लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नंबर्स में आएंगे और उसमें भाग लेंगे।